Hello, everyone. How are you? I know it's been a while, and I know I don't normally get on here and talk. You normally just hear my voice singing, but I decided to get on here and talk because I wanted to share some information with you all that I actually went yesterday and auditioned for The Voice in Atlanta, Georgia. And let me tell you, and please excuse me being in the bed and actually I just woke up. I don't have any makeup on or anything. Like I just woke up. So I mean, I hope you don't smell my morning breath across the screen, but over the screen or whatever. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Anyways, so I went and auditioned for The Voice yesterday in Atlanta, Georgia. And I just want to share with you all the audition process. And I want to tell you so you can know what to expect in whatever city you're in. And please excuse me. Like I said, I just woke up. But, anyways, um, where do I start? Okay, so of course, you have to register online and such to receive your audition pass. And they have two groups. They have a 7 o'clock group and a 2 o'clock group. And you can choose whichever group that um, prefer, I guess. So I chose the 2 o'clock group because I was like, I don't live in Atlanta. I was like, I don't have no money to be trying to reserve a hotel the day before then, and I ain't about to be getting up at no 4, 5 in the morning now. So I reserved 2 o'clock, the 2 o'clock group. So I got there an hour before my audition, and it was actually down in downtown Atlanta at I think at Mary Smart Center or something. And we got there, and actually, it was a few good people there. Actually, like I said, I got there an hour early, and it was a good amount of people there already in line. Um, but yeah, we did a good amount of walking just to get to the end of the line. And actually, it was inside of like some kind of parking garage or something like that. But we um, we stood in line in the parking garage, and I thought, if you get there a little sooner, they'll at least start auditioning people. But when they say 2 o'clock is your group, is your audition time, they truly mean 2 o'clock is your audition time. Because I got there at 1 o'clock, and we stood there literally, an hour before 2 o'clock. But the thing is, and we stood there an hour before 2 o'clock, and the line did not move, did not budge, did not go anywhere. But when 2 o'clock hit, 2 o'clock on the dot, the line started moving very steadily, like it very quickly actually at 2 o'clock. And we actually got in the building in a good, I'd say 10 minutes. Everyone that was standing in line in my, section, we got in there within 10 minutes when 2 o'clock hit. So, as soon as we got in there, um, we showed someone our ID and our paper. Now, one thing I want to tell you is if you're bringing someone, I would recommend to tell them to drive and do whatever they want to do, go somewhere, it doesn't matter, because they will not allow anyone in the audition in the building at all with you. Only the only person that's getting in there is the person who is auditioning. If you are not auditioning, you are not allowed in the building. Not unless you are under 18 and you can have a parent. You have to have a parent or guardian with you. And parent, if you're under 18, your parent or guardian must have an ID as well, because I know there was a little issue with that in line, but they must have an ID as well if they're, your parent or guardian. Um, but no, like, you cannot have anyone in there with you. So the person that came with me actually had to stand outside in the cold the entire time until my auditions were done, and I thought that was just horrible, very much so horrible. But yeah, if you're not auditioning, who if you bring friends or family, they have to stand outside until your audition is done. Simple as that. And that can be hours. So I didn't like that, but oh well. But anyways, um, so yeah, I got in the building, showed my ID. We went up like two flights of stairs on an escalator. Got in there, had to stand in another long line. It was like this big, huge, open auditorium like space. It was real huge. They had chairs set up. So we had to stand in another huge line. This line was to actually have some other people check our ID and our registration and give us like a little green band. So, after you get up there, and by the way, if you don't have your registration form, they do have a line where they will actually, provide one for you. That is an extra step and extra time if you don't already have your, form. But if you do already have your form, you stand in another line. They check that out. You get your green band, and after you get your green band, then they will have a guy take a picture of the barcode. I don't know why. He just takes a picture of the barcode. I thought it was weird. But after that, they escort you all the way to the end of the big, huge open space, and they group you into 10. Now, when you are grouped into your 10, you are escorted over to the open space part of the area where the chairs are. And by the chair, well, anyways, sorry. Yeah, your group of 10 is lined up, like I said, and they have 10 chairs that are lined up for your group. So, and the chairs go into rows. So you have 10 chairs in the back, 10 chairs in front of that row, 10 chairs in front of that row, so on. So we are grouped into 10, and then we all sit in our row. And from there, there is more waiting. And we had to wait another. Well, yeah, we waited another, I know, 2 hours. Like, yeah, it was about another 2 hours we sat there and waited. So they actually took 30 people at a time, you know, in that little space by row. So 2 hours later, they got to my row when it was taking the next 30 people. And I thought, hey, we're game. It's time to audition. I think's not. They take the 30 and they take you to another flight of stairs or escalators. So you go to another floor. This floor, all 30 of you will be waiting again. So they have another set of 10 chairs set up for your group. Like I said, it goes into rows. And then you have this girl that speaks to you and tell you what to expect and blah blah blah. I don't know what she was talking about. But you sit there in your chairs again and wait. And this time the wait was long, but it wasn't that long. But we did wait again for another. I don't know. It just seemed like it was a long time again. But finally, they finally got to our group, and they take 10 back at a time. They finally got to my row, so all 10 of my people were taken back, and this is finally to the producers. But but you're not going right into the room. You have they what they do is they'll stand you in line, and once a group gets finished auditioning, then you are taking to the room that you are going to potentially audition in. So the producers, it's one producer per group, and they are all in their own separate rooms. So your group of 10 will stand outside of the door of your room, if that makes sense. And I don't know how many rooms there were. I didn't check all that out. It was a good amount of rooms though. So, our 10 people were standing outside of the door of our room waiting. And basically, our group came out. I mean, not our group, another group came out that auditioned before us. And so we waited on them. Then there's a guy, when it was our time to audition, there was a guy that came out and collected all of our papers. So I guess you audition out of your group based off of the names, the way the stack is with the papers. And apparently my paper was on top, so I was the first one called to audition. Oh, but let me I don't want to get too far ahead, but anyways, we go into the room. Like I said, there's one producer that's there, and she introduces herself, makes everyone feel very much so comfortable, which she did a great job at. But basically, you kind of it's very nerve wracking a little bit when you get in there because when you get there, there's 5 chairs on this side, 5 chairs that is on this side. And can you see that? And then there's a big X in the middle of the chairs. So that means that you are going to be standing in the middle singing while everyone's watching you. So that's what happened. I was called first. I stood in the middle of everyone, sung my song. I actually got a chance to sing a verse, chorus, and a little bit of the second verse. So I got to sing a pretty good bit. But you sing, and she tells you when to stop. Everyone claps. You sit down. She calls the second person up. They sing. She tells them to stop. Everyone, so it kind of just goes like that until all 10 people has sung. And after all 10 people has sung, what she does is she calls the person up that she wants. You get callbacks, I guess, if you're chosen. So she calls the person up that she wants to do the callback with, whatever you call it. And out of our group, I must say everyone was amazing, including myself. We all were amazing. But only one person out of our group was chosen. Which was pretty good because some groups no one was chosen. But one girl was chosen, and I think she did excellent. She did a song called I don't know. I don't know. Like I forgot. But it was a good song. It was a great song. I don't know. I think it's called Devador. I don't know. You guys may know. But she did a really great job. She was actually the last person that went. So as soon as she went, she sat down. The producer called her right back up. I want so and so for a callback. She gave her the information. We all walked out the room and met up with our family outside in the freezing cold where they stood for hours. So my audition was 2 to 5:30. But yeah, I got there at 2 and I actually got done at 5:30. So it wasn't real bad, but it was still, long. So better than American Idol audition. American Idol, you're there for hours and hours and hours. So it wasn't too bad compared to that. But it's one of those things where I know this video is long. I'm so sorry. But it's one of those things where you can't take it personal at all if they don't pick you. Because you never know, like the producer, what catches their ears or what style they may like, because it's solely based off of their decision. Like, they may want a country look, type sound, rock type sound, or R&B soulful kind of voice. Who knows what that particular producer is looking for? I must say the girl that they chose, she had more so of a rock kind of voice. So maybe that's, one of those raspy rock star kind of type voices. So that's probably what she was looking for, and you can't, like I said, you can't take it personal. There was people crying, but I don't think that's necessary, because like I said, that doesn't mean you can't sing. I just say don't go in there with your hopes up, your expectations too high, because like I said, it's one of those things where you just don't know. You could be a great singer, great singer, because I heard some awesome voices, but you just may not be the one that they're looking for, and they can't choose everybody. Like, you got to think about it. They have tons of cities they're going to. They can't choose every single great singer here they hear. I mean, they just can't do that. So that's something. Just never take it personal. If you don't make it, just keep trying. Do your work outside of these reality shows. If you truly want to be in that limelight, or live out your dream, sometimes you just have to put in work and get discovered the old-fashioned way. The reality shows are awesome, but I would never solely rely on those shows. But I mean, I think if you did audition and you didn't make it, you should still at least give yourself a pat on the back for at least trying, and at least getting up and having the courage to do that, because a lot of people do not have the courage to even do shows such as that in audition. So at least pat yourself on the back for that. But yeah, the show, I mean, it was an awesome experience overall. And like I said, the only thing I didn't like is my loved one had to stand outside in the cold. Their toes were frozen and couldn't feel their toes. I didn't like that. I think they need to change that up. But overall, it was good. Like I said, will I try? I mean, will I try out again? Probably not, because like it's just too much that I feel like you have to go through just to go in a room and sing for like 45 seconds and get told yes. I mean, if you're told yes, it's worth it, but no, if you're told no, I don't know. But oh yeah, let me tell you this too. If you do get the call back, if you are told to wait around for a call back, then you that don't mean you've made it to the show. That just means they want you to come back with 3 instrumental tracks I've heard with I guess background music of your choice, and they want you to sing to those. So I don't know anything after that, but I know it's not just automatically you've made it. But I hope this was helpful to someone. Again, I'm sorry it's so long. I know it's been on 20 minutes. But that's just my experience with the audition process for The Voice. So you all have a wonderful day. My lovely day started, and I appreciate your time. Bye.